Hello, it's bensciBonappetit. Welcome back to another video. And in today's video, we are cooking another cheesecake. So I got all the ingredients right. Almost everyone. Some of them that I'm gonna make cheesecake is behind me. And here's the rest of the ingredients. First of all, I'm gonna say welcome back to another video. And if you've seen the last video, I made spaghetti. We compared different styles of how people use it, eat it. If you want to check out, you can check the card right here. But anyways, let's get started. And so to get started, we start with the crust. I already crushed the crackers and added some sugar and melted the butter. So what crackers we're using is these vanilla wafers. Add the butter to the crackers and mix it all together carefully. Mix them together. Now, it's best to use a food processor to get it evenly blended. But if you don't have one, you can use either a rolling pin or something else with a plastic Ziploc bag to crush them into powder. Now you could mix them by hand too as well until it's like consistency of, until it's well blended together. See together like this, and when that's done, fill that on the bottom. Well, first, put your 9-inch or 12-inch spring form pan together, and then after you put the spring form pan together, fill it up with the crust, and then press it to the bottom of the pan. Oh, I forgot to mention the needing of this pan before. Press it down to the bottom. Press the cracker crumbs to the bottom of the spring form pan and up to the part of the side of the wall. We'll make sure it's spread evenly on the bottom and the sides. I'll be back when that's done. So after that's done, it should look somewhat like this. Now, all you need to do is preheat the oven, which I just started, and bake that at 350 for about 10 minutes. I'll be back when that is done, but then in the meantime we'll work on putting together the filling. To a mixer bowl, you want to add things of cream cheese, 2 8 ounces of cream cheese. Make sure they're brought to room temperature so they're easy to in a large bowl. You take your 2 cream cheese and 2/3 cups of sugar and vanilla. Vanilla is 2/3 is 1/3 cups, and 2 teaspoons vanilla. So 2 teaspoons vanilla. And to start out with, blend it on low speed until it's well mixed. Then up to speed. Then take a spatula, scrape off the sides so you get everything incorporated. Okay. So after you've done that, take the pumpkin and open it. Now before you do that, you want to take about 8 ounces of white chocolate chips or 8 ounces of chocolate bar and melt that. So after you melted the chocolate, the next thing you want to do is take 3 eggs, one at a time, blend them in slowly. Then add the second egg, make sure there's no shells to get in. Blending on slow, or about 2, so that second egg is well incorporated. And the final egg, like the same as we did before. Blend it in slowly. And make sure you scrape it on the sides every once in a while. Everything is incorporated. And now, the next thing you want to do is scrape in the white chocolate, melted white chocolate, and blend that in as well. And that will lead us on to the third step. I have the recipe linked in the description as well. If you want to follow it more precise, change a few things. I added vanilla wafers instead of oatmeal. I added vanilla wafers instead of Oreo cookies. So let's get that mixed. 2. Okay, on to step 3. We're going to measure out pumpkin puree, about like that, or just a little bit more. And then you want to measure out 1/4 of a teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/4 of a teaspoon of nut. I don't want to slow that one, but and then slowly mix it together in the blender. And when that's all combined, you're ready to put it in the pan at 350 degrees in the oven. Okay, so the final step is to pour the batter into the pan. Spring form pan, and looks like we could have doubled the recipe, but we want to do that as well. So the option, if I had a larger pan, you probably wouldn't have, I don't know what the recipe shows, but I might just quickly do that and then come back to the video. Okay, so I did have to make another batch, but once you get all done, whatever you need to do, and put it in the springform pan, you can now put it in the oven. Okay, so the last thing to do is put it in the oven, set it to an hour, and let it bake. Anyways, I'll be back when that is done. Let it cool, put it in the refrigerator for 5 to 6 hours, or overnight depending on the situation. And then we'll do a taste test and review at the end of the video. Anyway, if you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe for more videos like this. I'll be back once that's done. Okay, we are finally back. The cheesecake it's finally done, and looks like that is pretty awesome. Now it's time to cut the cheesecake. Let's go kind of review the cheesecake. It should cook good, but look at you guys. Some of the cheesecake in pieces, and we're going to and finish our video. In fact, there's like 2 cheese. Anyway, let's go for the final setup. Okay, this is the final part of the video. Taste test and review. So if you like this video, want to see more cooking and baking videos, make sure to like and also subscribe for when videos. And let's get started. Tastes pretty good. Very good crust too. So rate this 10 out of 10. It's pretty good. Tastes pretty good. That's pretty much it for today's video. I have many other videos if you want to check them out. I've just finished my spaghetti video, which I already recorded or finished premiered last week. I should have a video once or twice a week and kind of see what happens. But anyways, if you like, make sure to like and subscribe. Also check out my other videos, my Twitter, bensciGames, my Twitch, bensciGames. Also my main channel, bensciGames. This is bensciBonappetit, and I will see you in the next kitchen.